Hello, Manchester City fans. Hope you're all doing fantastically well. It is Connor here, and we are back here to discuss Brighton 1, Man City 1. It is your post-match review. Interesting game, really, wasn't it? It was fascinating. And yeah, guys, you can get us on the Talking City podcast as well. Make sure you check that out. Give us a 5-star rating. We've got bonus podcasts everywhere at this moment in time, which you guys will thoroughly enjoy. Make sure you leave us a 5-star rating, liking and commenting on all of our YouTube platform content as well. But getting into the game, yeah, it was a strong City side, I thought. A really strong City side for the style of contest that it was, and that's no disrespect to Brighton, of course it's not. I just didn't expect that. I thought it'd be littered through with more youth prospects, to be quite honest with you. But I thought overall Pep went there, and the reason he went there with that style of side is because he respects De Zerbi so much. He was talking in his press conference about De Zerbi and that next level of manager and how he doesn't think that the Premier League's seen a manager like De Zerbi, which is incredible praise, and you can see that with how much. There was a point in the second half, a couple of points, where they literally had 5 men bombing on towards City's back 3 or City's back 4. It was incredible to watch. They almost trust the centre-back to have the ball, and he has 3 options every single time. The other centre-back has 3 options every single time, and they're all so comfortable in tight situations, which City put them under. High pressurised situations, which don't mean a lot to these Brighton players. They have players comfortable on the ball, like McAllister, Caicedo, and players of that ilk who, in pressurised situations, are able to alleviate that with their technical ability. So it was no easy feat for City to go there tonight and get a victory. And if it wasn't for, I thought, a very soft refereeing decision when it came to Erling Haaland's goal being disallowed, City would have come away with all 3 points with, a City side without, several players really, one including Jack Grealish, who's been unbelievable this season. So I thought there was a couple of off performances. I didn't think Kev was at his best at all. Mahrez, I thought, was okay. I think there was a couple of off performances, and you can tell. And Stones went down, didn't he, at one point with it looked like he had a tight calf or a tight hamstring. What City don't want to happen right now is for any injuries whatsoever to creep into performances, because, obviously Brighton, Brentford, 2 really tough games. City won in the reverse fixture against Brighton, but they lost in the first fixture at home. Their last loss at the Etihad, 2-1 to Brighton, at Brentford, I should say. So they'll be very aware that this is an important run into not doing Arsenal and tear off towards the end, even though they have won the league. But they'll also be very, very aware of the FA Cup final against City rivals Manchester United. And of course, the Inter Milan game, which, could see City do the treble, if they're to complete those 2 games. 2 games left, really, in my opinion, that are absolutely, pivotal in City's, not just City's season, but City's history. Winning the treble would be something else. And I think you saw a performance tonight, which was good, but it was matched by a good side as well, a very decent side who are going to be playing European football next season. So going away to Brighton when you've done everything, City have obviously, I'm sure been enjoying themselves after the win, but Pep stresses the competitiveness, he stresses the professionalism in all of his press conferences, which you'll hear tonight, you'll hear in a little bit. But obviously, I'm sure the City players will have let loose a tiny little bit, and I'm sure Guardiola will have been fine with them doing so. But an okay/good performance for me tonight. Standout, probably Phil Foden. I thought he was excellent, gliding between defensive midfield when he was on the pitch. And, a few players I thought suffered a little bit tonight, but it would have been great for Cole Palmer to get an assist in that game as well. But yeah, Rodri as well, a quick shout out to him, who, who's centre-back for most of the game as well. I thought, that's the role he plays for Spain as well. I thought he was fantastic as well. Really, really good and professional at the back, obviously partnering John Stones. There's points at which as well where but Kyle Walker was going to centre back as well, which I thought was interesting. Pep moving the chess pieces around again, and it was just interesting tonight that De Zerbi was doing the exact same thing. Players manipulating spaces, moving positions, dropping into positions where they're not familiar with, where they're not normally placed, and yeah, it was really like a game of chess tonight. And I thought Brighton were well worth the draw, and City have to be objective in this. Shake themselves down. A draw is a loss nowadays for Man City because they win so many games. And yeah, a fantastic result all in all. A fantastic season all in all. And City need to cap it off with a treble for me. And I think they'll do it. I've said it for 4 or 5 months now. I was convinced they'd catch Arsenal, I was convinced they'll win the FA Cup, and I'm convinced they'll win the Champions League. But they just have to mitigate against these, potential problems which could surface, injuries, losses in confidence in parts and stuff like that. But I don't think they'll get that, especially the latter. It's just, you want to keep that same motivation for the remainder of the season. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope you've enjoyed this post-match review. We'll be on the Talking City podcast with Pep's press conferences as well. You'll have Pep's press conference on here as well, and we'll have some more visual content coming for you very soon. Thank you. Make sure you're subscribing, liking, and loving the content most of all, and we will see you soon. Cheers.